Hi, this is Carl again from Lingua, and this is part 2 of the discussion about the ongoing Spanish roleplay, which originally started out as something which was intended to be small, brief, situative, but ultimately became something which I never even thought it would become, and that is going from being a short roleplay containing around 30, maybe no more than 40 lines, 45, I'm not entirely sure, which has developed into something very similar to a soap opera, and which currently has over 1,200 lines. And I'm continuing to write this. And it was originally intended for a full Spanish class rather than somebody involved in one-to-one tuition with me or small group tuition, since it does feature many characters. So therefore, within a full classroom situation, each of the individual students can assume one of the roles, and every so often we can change the roles so that everybody within the classroom has the opportunity to take on one of the character roles and participate, and in due course practice their language skills and realise that the language which is included in the role play is language which is commonly featured in everyday spoken Spanish, and that many of the examples of words which are included are amongst those which will very frequently be heard in oral Spanish, in spoken Spanish. So what I said in part 1 was that I'll give you a sample of the first part of the role play, how it began, just so that you can see that the examples of language and that the individual words which are being used are in fact amongst those which are commonly heard in spoken Spanish, and which allow for people, especially learners of the Spanish language, non-native speakers, to be able to express themselves in a very simplistic manner and in a way that would be understood by native speakers. So I'll read to you the first 45 lines or so of part 1 of the roleplay, and each chapter does contain 60 lines, each of which is divided into 10 parts of 6 lines. So for example, after every 18 lines, if within the one chapter only, let's say, up to 5 people occur, that allows a classroom of between 15 and 18 people to be involved in each part. So after every 18 lines or so, the roles can be given to somebody else. So as I say, the first 40 to 45 lines in English, and do note the individual words which are being used and just how common they would be used in both English and, if translated, in Spanish as well. Here we go. Hello, how are you? Hi, Ismail, fine. It's hot, isn't it? That's true. Hi, Tapiro. Hi, how are you? Fine, but going to work today. Ah, what do you do? I'm secretary. Where? At the dentist. Ah, I remember now. Anyway, I've got to go. See you later. Okay, bye. Zena then moves down to the communal bins to deposit some rubbish. Hello, morning. Good morning. It's hot, isn't it? Yes, too hot. Of course. Listen, you're the lady from England, aren't you? Yes. You speak Spanish very well. Me? Get away. Yes, you do. What's your name? I'm Zena. And you? Arturo. Ah, pleased to meet you. Likewise. Listen, you don't have to say usted to me. Okay. You already know my wife, don't you? Well, I have seen her, but I've not spoken with her. Just a second. Oi, Belen. What? This is Zena from England. She lives just up there. Ah, yes, I've seen you around here, haven't I? Yes. How long are you going to be here in Spain? Well, until Saturday. Ah, good. She speaks Spanish very well, doesn't she? Well, of course. Do you want a coffee and a bun? Ah, well, yes, thank you very much. So there you can see that we're starting in the present tense mainly. We have one example of the perfect tense, I've seen her but not spoken with her, and one example of the immediate future using the present tense of the Spanish verb for to go. How long are you going to be here? And also a few interjections such as anda, get away. So as the role play continues, we have examples of different verb tenses in Spanish, but at the same time, the majority of examples of words which are featured are ones which are commonly recurring in the Spanish language, and ones which give the pupils, the students in the classroom situation, the opportunity to practice again and again, and ultimately develop linguistic proficiency on the basis of just maybe a few thousand words. Okay? If you do have any questions, then do feel free to send me a comment on YouTube or post me an email. Okay?